It's particularly exciting for me today to welcome you here for a couple of reasons. One is, of course, the heart of the Eicher brand. We started here. It's the heart of the country. I mean, Pithampur is very close to Mao, which is the geographical center of India, but it's also our home. It's home for the Eicher brand. And we've been building trucks, buses out of here for the last 40 plus years. It's another important occasion that I'd like to kind of share with you all and celebrate. It's our 15th anniversary as a joint venture with the Volvo Group. So this year we are talking a lot about who we are as a successful 15-year-old joint venture between Eicher Motors and Volvo Group. And what you see today is part of a continuing story. What you will hear today is part of a continuing story about our 15 years and all the transformations that we had thought of at that time, that we are actually executing on and doing now. And as I introduced Gagandeep Singh Gandhok, our Senior Vice President for Heavy Duty Trucks, you will hear a lot about also perspectives and ideas and concepts that we will take into the future. So I think that's all that's going to happen. We stand at a great moment. I mean, India is today the world's 5th largest economy, and we, as commercial vehicles, obviously play a very important part in this $3.7 trillion economy today. That's soon going to be twice that as India takes its place by the end of this decade, rightfully so as the world's 3rd largest economy. And I think that that journey is going to be one which we are going to be a part of, whether it be moving people and goods in a safe, comfortable, efficient manner that a large economy demands. And I think that's the pitch that we have, and that's what we'd like to start to talk to you about. So we have an exciting day lined up for you all. We're going to go and test drive our trucks on a track that's of course developed by the government also to kind of support, so to speak, forward-looking, future-ready solutions in transport. We're also going to spend some time looking at how we are transforming the customer experience from focusing on initial purchase price, low cost, so that we could keep certain things down, to really saying, what, I want the best solution for my business, one that kind of delivers transportation solutions at the optimum cost, meeting their customers' requirements. How are they serving their shippers? How are they supporting their passengers? So that their ambitions, their perspectives are met by the supply chain, the logistics chains of the future. And in this regard, I mean, the government of India, of course, has been very clear as part of Gati Shakti, the new logistics policy, to clearly claim that India cannot remain at 13-14% GDP when it comes to logistics costs. They're going to look at logistics costs at 8, 9, 7% of GDP. And if that's going to happen, then obviously the future is what my dear colleague Gagan's going to kind of start to describe in his presentation. So I look forward to kind of being here and kind of catching up with you all through the day. But without much ado then, because we have time for test driving, I'd like Gagan to kind of say a few words. Very welcome, Gagan.
Right, thank you. First of all, very good morning to all of you and a very warm welcome. Thank you for being here, and we are privileged and honored to have you all here in our home. As Bhagwan said, that this is the factory where we started our business, and one of the 3 factories of Eicher trucks and buses. One we have in Pithampur, the other one in Bhopal, and the 3rd one, the Bhagwan plant, where we make buses. So, having the context set by Bhagwan, I'll quickly go into the presentation. Yes, this is our 15th year of joint venture, and we are going, brick by brick, strong from 2008 to 2023. 15 strong years of joint venture, and we have achieved so many milestones over these 15 years. These are our businesses. VECV has Eicher trucks and buses, Volvo trucks, Volvo buses, the Eicher engineering components, and V Powertrain. V Powertrain, we make 5-liter and 8-liter VTX engines. This is the finest example of Make in India and Make in India for the world. Now these 5-liter and 8-liter engines are being exported to global, wherever the demand is for 5-liter and 8-liter engine for the Volvo world. It goes from India. So we are living, the aspirations which our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister has said, that we should make it in India and we should make it India for the world. So we have VE Powertrain setting up that example. These are the plants which we have. You are sitting in the Pithampur plant. The Bhopal plant is Industry 4.0 compliant plant. It's the finest plant which was set up during the peak COVID time when the world was cutting down the cost. We were envisaging the future and we invested at that time. So we were starting to build up our capacity, as Bhagwan was mentioning, we had that vision very clear that this CV world will definitely bounce back, and with the kind of growth which the economy has started to pick up now and the kind of focus which is there in reducing the logistics cost from 13%, current 13% down to 8%. Logistics has to be the prime important factor, and commercial vehicle industry will definitely gear up to be there. We have the complete product range in all the LMDs, buses and the heavy duty truck. So I'll talk more about the heavy duty truck range. We have the complete range in heavy duty trucks, starting from 19 ton, 18,500 kgs gross vehicle weight, where it starts from, going up to 55 ton in haulage. In tippers, we have from 8.5 cubic meter capacity going up to 29 cubic meter capacity. Best part is, in the heavy duty truck range, we have the largest horsepower engine which drives the commercial vehicle in the Indian space. 350 horsepower. Nobody in the competition has it. Starting from 180 horsepower going up to 350 horsepower, we have got the complete range which is available. Right from 19 ton. Within 19 ton, we got different cargo body spaces, 20, 22, 24, 32, similarly in 28 tons, 35 tons, 42 tons, 48 tons, then in tractors, then in tippers. So we have mapped the entire heavy duty vertical truck and tipper space with the products. So I'll give you a minute to absorb this. The usage segment is divided usually into haulage, tipper and tractors. Right. So haulage is for the long haul. Tractors, as we know, there is a trailer and tractor arrangement. Then we have the tippers. So whatever the government of India has got the CMVR norms for, we have the product available. And in all different sizes as well, the cargo body lengths as well. So the complete range, and with the biggest, highest horsepower available in the CV space, in Indian CV space, we have it. These are primarily driven by the 5-liter and 8-liter engines. We have the most compact each system available with us. We have the most reliable and durable, proven in-house aggregates which drive the complete truck, right from the engines, the gearbox and the differential. The complete aggregates are in-house and proven. I'll talk about the uptime solutions and the efficiency and comfort features in the coming slides. I hope I'm not going very too fast. In case you've got any questions, please let me know. Our brand promises that we will deliver the best-in-class fuel efficiency, the superior uptime and relevant modernization. The first two things are super critical and super important. Best-in-class fuel efficiency is important because 50% of the operating cost comes from fuel only. Diesel today accounts for 50% of the operating cost, and if we are able to save fuel, if we have best fuel efficiency in the trucks, that cost gets saved. A small percentage, 10% better in fuel efficiency means you are saving 5% of the total operating cost. So our first brand promise is that we will make products which have the best in class fuel efficiency. Second is superior uptime. Two things here, the inert message is, if we have to bring down the logistic cost, fuel, one, which are going to address by the superior fuel efficiency. Second, if the truck keeps on running, if it is more on the road and less in the workshop, the uptime which we promise with the best of the product and best of the services, the customer will have the machine available to it to run it more. So if a customer can run the machine, say only 50 kilometers more in a day, in a month, he can make it 1500 kilometers more. So in a year, approximately 18,000 kilometers more, which is as good as 2 months of running for that customer. So in 12 months, 50 kilometers a day would make a difference, and he can do 14 months of work. So with less, if you are able to do more, then the problem is getting solved. Then we are trying to bring the logistics cost down. Then we are giving the productivity and the profitability to the customer. So whatever innovation we do, we keep customer in focus first. His profitability in focus first, and customer in focus first. Because our business, revolves around the customer. If he's making money, his trucks are, up and running. If he's profitable, then he will come back to us, and we will also make profit from that. So this is the philosophy on which we work. Since 2019, August 2019, all our trucks are connected trucks now. 100% of our trucks and buses, 2020, sorry, August 2020. All our trucks and buses are 100% connected. So what happens with a connected truck is, now the machine is connected. We can do the fleet management services, the basic track and trace. We can do the driver management services. We can identify which one is a good driver, which one is a bad driver. If his driving practices are not good, we can handhold them, we can train the driver. Right? And along with that, what we can do is we can do predictive diagnostic also. If something is going wrong with the truck will send a message to our uptime center through EMS. We will get in touch with the driver and the fleet manager. There are 3 types of services. First, do it yourself. If there is a small problem which the driver can do it by self, the operator from here to the uptime center will educate the driver that these are the things which you should do, with which the truck will be again up and running. Second is visit soon. If there is a problem because of which the truck won't stop, but it can go to the nearest workshop, we will inform the nearest workshop and we will inform the fleet manager and the driver that this is the nearest workshop en route. You can go there and get the problem solved. The third one, which is very important, is stop now. If there is a serious problem in the truck, you have to stop now, because there can be more consequential damages. So these are the predictive diagnostic services which we give to the customer. What happens with this is, again, there is a better uptime. The problem which is going to come in future, which might be a bigger problem, which might result in a bigger breakdown, gets solved. So we are able to address the issue before it comes. So those are the kind of services which are given through the 100% connected trucks. Plus, we can have remote diagnostics also. If the truck is in the workshop and somehow the technician is not able to solve the problem, we can get the access of that truck sitting here from Bitham. We can diagnose the truck and we can tell the technician, we can guide the technician and handhold the technician that you can solve this problem by this. So that is the beauty of having the AI, the technology into this system and helping the end customer. Another important key man in the entire system is the driver who drives the truck actually. So we have to take care of his comfort also. Because if he's comfortable, if he's happy, if the ergonomics work for him, he'll be able to run more. And if he run more, because the number of kilometers he clocks, the number of hours he sits in the trucks and runs it, means more money to the customer. So we design our trucks in such a fashion that the drivers are happy. They can drive for longer hours. They don't feel fatigued, and the truck is so ergonomic. And we also do the safety testing. All our cabins are crash trusted, and they are the most comfortable cabins. We were the first ones in Pro 8000 series to introduce fully air-conditioned trucks. So we came up with the idea that if the driver, I can quote you an example here. When we launched the Pro 8000 truck with the AC in South, we started seeding on these trucks. The customers first posed the question, boss, drivers, you should actually don't give them comfort. If they are not comfortable, they will drive it. So on the contrary, we proved them that if the driver is comfortable, even in the peak heat, he won't stop. He would like to be in the truck itself because the truck is air conditioned and he will run it more. This experiment really favored the customer and us also. So we were able to change the entire mindset, and now the progressive customers who are coming into this logistics industry, they are asking only for AC cabins now. So the demand for air-conditioned cabins will definitely go up. So as I said, 100% connected trucks, 100% performance, higher uptime, better mileage, and more number of trips. So this is the key message, and this is what the customer will earn out of a truck, because this is not something you buy it for luxury. This is employment. This is business. This is machine. The more you run it, the more you earn from it. Right? So the machines are meant to be run more. These are the most proven, reliable and durable machines with best of the features to give comfort to the drivers so that they can run it for more number of kilometers. As I explained, the trucks are connected trucks. So we have an app called My Eicher app. The driver, the fleet manager and the customer can have the entire access of the truck at his fingertips. He can do the basic track and trace. He can actually get prompt messages also that there is a service due. There is a problem in the truck, advanced, the diagnostic issues. That there is a problem in the truck, you have to visit soon or you have to do it yourself. You have to stop now. Then he can actually get the fuel mileage data also of the truck running. 6 months, 3 months, monthly, daily, the entire fleet, particular truck. If the truck was idle, the AC was on, and if there are any fuel drains also, he can actually figure it out that somebody has taken fuel out of the truck as well. So we have been trying to bring in the technology to address all those issues which the transporters were facing. Now, the truck can teach the driver how to drive itself. That is the beauty. If the truck is being driven good, there will be 1 thumbs up. If it is driven perfectly, there will be 2 thumbs up. And at the end of every trip, the driver gets marks also, sweet spot. We call it sweet spot. That in 85% of the time, you have driven the truck in sweet spot. So we have brought the technology which is very useful, and it is teaching the driver continuously. Because we have seen in the past, when you teach a driver, when you handhold a driver, you do driver trainings, the performance goes up. Then eventually it comes down. So what was important was that there is a continual, training session which is going on along when he's driving. As we saw in the cars also, there is a signal that you have to accelerate, you have to de-accelerate, you have to bring down the gears. The entire thing is there. There are cruise control also in the trucks. So when he's driving for long hauls, the roads are clear, he can actually put it in cruise. He can have a fatigue-free drive. He can run for more number of kilometers. So that is the big beauty of technology which we have brought into the trucks. Another important thing is, eventually it's a machine, it might or can go down. What is important is that we have the necessary support system to support the customer and the drivers to bring back the truck back on road. As of now, we have 800 plus touch points across the country. We have 163 3S dealerships which are up and running. We have 218 exclusive workshops along with 163. Then we have 30 spare parts distributors. It is not only that we are feeding the spare parts from factory only. There are spare part distributors. Then we have regional distribution centers also from VECV. Then we have approximately 8,000 retailers also who are keeping us parts in the system. So we have been able to map the entire country with the spots where we need to put in the workshop and be closer to the customer as and where he requires us. Another beauty of the technology is that we are able to map the routes also. We know where is the hotspot where maximum of our trucks are running. So we know that. We have been able to bring in more workshops there. So we get closer to the customer in case he's got any problem, we are able to solve that problem. This is very important thing, which was the key differentiator for us. We went closer to the customer. Rather than the customers bringing trucks to us, we brought in approximately 230 site support models for 150 customers, where we are giving them service at their doorsteps. And through this 230 site supports, we are managing 9,000 tippers, trucks and buses. 9,000. We are giving site support in Kargil also. We are giving site support in Tawang also. We are giving site support in Silchar also. Across country, in difficult places where the tippers cannot come back to the workshop, they have to be in the mine, they have to be at those difficult sites. We get our workshop there to contain our services. So that is the kind of support we are giving to the customer, just keeping in mind that his trucks should be up and running. We promise him uptime, that this is the uptime which will get delivered, and that is what we are honoring through this site support model. Finally, the uptime center. I think most of you would have visited or might visit during the day. This is the heart of the entire technological thing which we have put in the system. It works 24/7. There are engineers which are there. There are big screens which are monitoring, which truck is going down, how many hours the truck has taken to be back on the road, what is the support which the driver, the vendor, the dealership or the technician might need. So this is working 24/7, and this is the promise which we are giving to the customer, that come what may, we'll be there to support you. One of our brand values is we'll be friendly, we'll be transparent, and we'll be responsive. These are the three brand values which we live, all of us live. And this is what has brought the trust of the customer on us. Come what may, we will definitely get back to you. And we'll be very transparent in what is happening. And we'll be super friendly with you. So yes, we are here for the non-stop series. This is the series we're going to launch. You'll see 4 trucks or 3 trucks and 1 tipper. 6019 XPT with 240 horsepower, 6048 XP with 300 horsepower, and 2 tractors, 6055/1 XP and 6055 XP. So that is a 19-ton tipper. This is a 48-ton haulage, and these two are tractors with 55-ton capacity, GCW. One is 4x2, that is 6 tire. The other one is 6x4, which is 10 tire. I think I can just skip the registry. Yeah. Again, more power. We used to have it in 260. Now these are 300 horsepower. The haulage and the tractor range. The tipper, since it's a 19-tonner, so it's with 240 horsepower. Superior uptime and 100% connected trucks. I think for the quality of time, I'll skip this spec sheet, or you want to have. As I said, the 48 XP is 47,500 kg GVW. It's driven by VDX8 engine, 7.7 liter, the biggest engine which the Indian CV world has got. 300 horsepower. The beauty of this is it has got 1200 Newton meter of torque. I'll take a minute here to explain what is the benefit of torque. When you got a better torque, the gear changes are less. When the gear changes are less, your fuel efficiency goes up. With a small brake or a small slow down, you don't have to change the gears then. The engine with a better torque can get the load back on the road, and it can pick up the speed. Because of which the gear changes are not there, the driver doesn't feel the fatigue, and the fuel efficiency doesn't go down. So going ahead, this is the tractor 4x2, again 300 horsepower, 1200 Newton meter torque. This is 6x4 tractor, again 55-ton GVW. And finally the tipper, 18,500 kgs, it comes in 8.5 cubic meter and 10 cubic meter, 240 HP, VDX5, 5.1 into the engine. I think this is my last slide, but very important slide. As I said, for us, customer is the key. Customer is in the center. So this is an infinite loop. It keeps on running. We start with providing the financial services to the customer when he wants to buy the truck. We have different arrangements with the banks, the NBFCs, and in-house finance, the Eicher financial services, we get the customer the best of the financial services which are available. Going ahead, we give the customer vehicle insurance also. We got cashless insurance tie-ups with the majority of the insurance companies. Again, we give them extended warranty. If the customer wants to have extended warranty, we in tippers, like we go up to 8 years, 8,000 hours, 10,000 hours, 12,000 hours to give that confidence with the customer. Then we have the annual maintenance contracts. Eicher Life, our trucks are fully connected. Then we have driver empowerment. We do pro pilot with big fleet sizes where the driver has to be handheld, the driver has to be trained. Then we have multi-touch points and fully equipped dealerships. Container setups, as I explained, we go nearer to the customer to provide a service. Then we have Eicher Care, Eicher Renew, wherein if the truck has run for a good number of years and they want to change the aggregates. So we got Renew aggregates where we do, the old aggregates are renewed and they are given to the customer. And finally, when he wants to sell off his truck, we got Eicher Show department, where to exchange. And he wants to trade in his old truck and buy a new one. So we facilitate that service also. So right from buying the truck to selling off the truck, we are there with the customer. So it's an infinite relationship which we enjoy with the customer, and we are there at every step of his journey through this life cycle. That's all from me.